I, 28 male, am sitting here with a beer, watching movers haul my roommate Natasha's, 26, stuff out while she screams at anyone who'll listen. Figured I'd type this up while the show continues. Quick background. About 2 years ago, I inherited a decent 3-bedroom townhouse from my uncle. Nothing fancy, but solid property in a good area. I was fresh out of college, working remote IT support, didn't need all that space. Plus property taxes and maintenance aren't cheap. Smart uncle left me in not just the house, but also his property management LLC. Tax benefits, liability protection, the works. My accountant buddy told me to keep everything through the company, pay myself reasonable rent, document everything. Cool. Posted for roommates. Enter Natasha. Marketing coordinator seemed normal, references checked out. We clicked during the interview. Split everything 50-50 on paper, $1,100 each plus utilities. She never questioned why checks went to Ridgeway Property Management LLC instead of a person. Never asked who owned the place. I never volunteered the info. Wasn't hiding it, just never came up. First year, golden. She paid on time, kept common areas clean, we even hung out sometimes. Had a good rhythm going. Then about 6 months ago, her boyfriend Devin, 29M, started staying over. First weekends, then most nights. Dude's eating my food, using my streaming accounts, basically living here. I brought it up casually. Me, hey, Devin's been here a lot lately. Natasha, yeah, his place has mold issues. Me, maybe we should talk about adjusting rent if he's staying long-term? Natasha, he's just visiting. Don't be weird about it. Let's slide for a bit. But when his mail started arriving and he set up his gaming rig in the living room. Nah, last Tuesday, approach her again. Me, look, Devin's clearly living here now. Either he goes on the lease and pays his share, or he needs to limit visits. Natasha, lost it. You don't get to control my life. This is MY home too. Me, it's about the lease terms. 3 people means splitting 3 ways. Natasha, the lease is almost up anyway. You know what? Whatever. You have 10 days to get out. I'm taking over the lease myself. The entitlement was insane. She genuinely thought she could just claim the place? Kick me out? Me, thanks for the notice. Natasha, good. Start packing. She stomped off, probably to tell Devin about her power move. I went to my room and made a phone call. Hey, this is property management. Yeah, tenant at Unit 3 just gave notice she's vacating in 10 days. Can you prep the move-out inspection paperwork? Let the games begin. Update 1. The last 72 hours have been comedy gold. Natasha went into overdrive playing house manager. Made a chore schedule and stuck it on the fridge with just her and Devin's names, LOL. Rearranged the living room furniture. Even started telling people she was taking over the lease and I was being relocated. Wednesday, she texted our mutual friend group. Room opening up soon. My ex-roommate is leaving. DM if interested. Thursday morning, she left a sticky note on my door. Please schedule your move out so we can clean your room. T checks. The audacity was actually impressive. She and Devin were measuring my room when I got home from my coffee run. Devin, we're thinking of making this an office. Me, cool. Natasha, when are movers coming? We need to coordinate. Me, Monday. Natasha, smug smile. Perfect. Make sure you deep clean. Friday arrived. So did the official notice. Natasha was making breakfast when the doorbell rang. Process server. Natasha Bridgewater. Yeah, you've been served. Her face watching her read the notice to vacate from Ridgeway Property Management LLC was priceless. 10-day notice for lease violation, unauthorized tenant, and notice of non-renewal. She laughed. Actually laughed. Natasha, this is ridiculous. You can't scare me with fake legal papers. Me, sipping coffee. It's not fake. Natasha, I know my rights. I'm calling the landlord right now. She dramatically dialed the property management number from her lease papers. Put on speaker for effect. The office manager answered. I briefed her. Office, Ridgeway Property Management. Natasha, I need to speak to the owner. There's been a mistake. Office, regarding. Natasha, gives address. Someone sent me an eviction notice, but I'm taking over the lease. Office. Ma'am, we received notice that you're vacating in 10 days. Per your own request. Natasha, what? No. My roommate is leaving, not me. Office. Your roommate? One moment. Oh, you mean Mr. Morrison? Natasha. Yes. He's the one leaving. Office. Ma'am, Mr. Morrison owns the property. He informed us you gave notice. The silence. The silence. I wish I'd recorded it. Natasha. Turning to me, face white. You the landlord? Me. Yep. Natasha. But you pay rent. Me. To my own company. Tax purposes. Natasha. This is illegal. You deceived me. Me. Everything's in the lease. Company name, everything. You never asked. Devin just sat there with his mouth open like a goldfish. Update 2. Thought Natasha would pack and leave with some dignity. Nope. Girl went nuclear. Saturday morning, she showed up with her older sister Camila, 31F, who claimed to be a legal consultant. She sells insurance. They tried to strong-arm me. Camila, you took advantage of my sister, living here under false pretenses. Me? False how? I live here. I pay rent. Just happens I pay it to myself. Camila, that's fraud. We'll sue. Me? For what? Following all legal requirements? Cool. Here's my lawyer's card. They left threatening action. Sunday, Natasha tried the guilt route. Came crying about how she couldn't find a place that fast. Market's crazy. I'm heartless, etc. Almost felt bad until she said, You OWE me for making me think we were equals here. Equals? Lady, you tried to kick me out of my house. Monday, today, day 6, she escalated. Woke up to find she'd changed the Wi-Fi password. The router I bought. That's in my name. Then discovered she'd called the utility companies trying to cancel services. Joke's on her. Everything's under the LLC. They call me to confirm, and I explained the situation. They made notes about unauthorized access attempts. But the real kicker? She posted in our neighborhood Facebook group. Warning, predatory landlord posing as tenant at address. Takes advantage of young women by pretending to be roommate. Avoid. Screenshot that immediately. Lawyer friend says it's defamation gold if needed. Devin, meanwhile, has been MIA since Friday. Apparently staying with his mom. Left his gaming setup, though. Then this afternoon, Natasha tried to play her final card. She offered to pay half of what she owed for the previous months Devin stayed here. Natasha, I'll give you $1,000 to let me stay through the month. Me, that doesn't even cover what you already owe for Devin's unofficial tenancy. Natasha, I don't owe anything. He was a guest. Me, guests don't receive mail and set up gaming stations. Natasha, you're just bitter and greedy. That's when I dropped the bomb. Me, actually, remember last month when you said the hot water heater was broken? Natasha, yeah, took you forever to fix. Me, I had it replaced same day. Cost $3,200. Heavy invoice. And the AC repair in August? $1,800. New dishwasher in June? $900. All documented. Natasha, so? Me, so per the lease, if you'd been the sole tenant taking over. You'd be responsible for maintenance and repairs. Just this year alone, you'd owe about $8,000 in repairs. Still want to take over. She actually threw a coffee mug at the wall. My coffee mug. Me. That's property damage. Document that, too. She stormed to her room. An hour later, I heard her on the phone with moving companies. Reality finally hitting. Update 3. Well, it's Monday night. The 10 days are up. What a ride. The entitlement escalated beyond anything I imagined. Thursday, day 7. Natasha went full scorched earth. Tried to turn the other neighbors against me. Knocked on doors telling them I was a slumlord in disguise and they should check their leases carefully. Mrs. Rodriguez next door just laughed. Told Natasha she knew I owned the place since day one because I helped fix her fence last year and mentioned it. Apparently, Natasha accused her of being in on a conspiracy. Mrs. Rodriguez told her to get therapy. Friday, day 8. Came home to find Natasha had superglued the lock on my bedroom door. Had to call a locksmith. She sat in the living room, smirking while he worked. Natasha, oops, crafting accident. Me, that's criminal mischief. Natasha, prove it. Locksmith, bless him, goes, "Ma'am, there's glue residue on your hands." Her response? "Mind your business." $150 for emergency locksmith. Added to the damages list. Saturday, she tried to throw a farewell party. Invited like 20 people over without asking. When they showed up, I calmly explained she was being evicted and the party couldn't happen on the property. Most people left immediately, embarrassed. Two guys she'd apparently told she was the landlord were very confused. Random dude. "Wait, she said she owned this place?" Me. Shows property deed on my phone. Random dude. "Brew, she said you were a squatter." Me. "I'm literally the owner." Random dude. To Natasha, "You're crazy." Leaves. She spent the rest of Saturday rage packing. Sunday, yesterday, her parents showed up. Jorge and Linda. Nice people, actually. Mortified. "Jorge, we're so sorry. We didn't know she was behaving like this." Linda. "She told us you were threatening her." Me. Shows them the texts, the eviction notice, the lease. Jorge. To Natasha. "You tried to kick your landlord out of his own house." Natasha. "He lied." Linda. "He didn't lie. You just never asked." Dios mio. We raised you better. They made her apologize half-heartedly and helped her pack. Found out from Linda that Natasha had told them I was moving out and she was upgrading the place. They'd even given her money for furniture. Awkward. Then came today. Moving day. Natasha hired the cheapest movers possible. They showed up 3 hours late. While waiting, she made one last power play. Natasha. "I'm not leaving until you return my full security deposit." Me. "That'll be processed per state law after inspection." Natasha. "Give it to me now or I'm not moving." Me. "Then you'll be forcibly removed and forfeited entirely." Natasha. "You wouldn't dare." Called the non-emergency police line. Explained the situation. They sent an officer to supervise the move-out. Officer Kent. Absolute professional. Officer. "Ma'am, you need to vacate now." Natasha. "This is harassment. He owes me money." Officer. "That's a civil matter. Right now you're trespassing." The movers finally showed. But here's where it gets beautiful. Remember Devin's gaming setup? Still in the living room. Natasha started directing movers to pack it. Me. "That's not hers." Natasha. "It's my boyfriend's." Me. "Who's not on the lease. He abandoned it. It stays until he claims it personally." Natasha calls Devin on speaker. "Come get your stuff now." Devin. "I'm at work. Just bring it." Me. "To movers, don't touch that equipment. He can schedule a pickup with me directly." Movers. Looking at officer. Officer. "If he's not a tenant and it's not hers, she can't take it." Natasha screamed. Like actual toddler tantrum screamed. While she was melting down, I did the final walkthrough. Documented everything. Hole in wall from thrown mug. Superglue damage on door. Mysterious stains on carpet in her room. Broken blinds. Missing microwave plate, seriously? Forwarded it all to the property management email for official records. As movers loaded the truck, Natasha tried one final manipulation. Natasha. "You know what? I'm going to tell everyone what you did. Every rental group, every forum. You'll never get another roommate." Me. "That's fine. I'm done with roommates." Natasha. "You can't afford this place alone." Me. "I own it outright. No mortgage. I'll manage." Her face. Her face. She genuinely thought I had a mortgage I couldn't pay without her $1,100. The movers left. Natasha stood on the sidewalk, called an Uber. Before getting in, Natasha. "This isn't over. Devin's dad is a lawyer." Me. "No, he's a dental hygienist. You told me at Christmas." Natasha. That's whatever." And she was gone. Final update. It's been 2 weeks since Natasha's dramatic exit, and boy, did she try everything to make my life hell. But karma, sweet karma, has entered the chat. First, the security deposit. After getting repair estimates, her deposit didn't even cover half the damages. Carpet replacement. Those stains were apparently hair dye, $800. Wall repair and repainting, $400. Door replacement, glue damage was extensive, $300. Missing items and general damage, $200. Total, $1,700. Her deposit was $1,100. I sent the itemized list per legal requirements. She owes me $600. Her response was to sick lawyer Devin's dad on me. Except remember, he's a dental hygienist. What she actually did was have Devin's uncle, who's a paralegal, write me a scary letter. My actual lawyer responded with documentation, photos, and a threat of countersuing for defamation, that Facebook post, and the additional damages. Radio silence after that. But the best part? Last Thursday, I got a call from Aaron, a former coworker. Aaron, yo, random question. Did Natasha Bridgewater live with you? Me? Unfortunately. What? Aaron, she applied to rent my condo. Listed you as a reference. The audacity. Aaron, what should I know? Me, check your state's laws on what I can legally tell you. Aaron, that bad? Me, let's just say she tried to evict me from my own house. Aaron, wait, what? Me, explains briefly. Aaron, holy SH, thanks for the heads up. Found out later she's been applying everywhere, but word travels fast in rental communities. That Facebook post she made calling me a predatory landlord, screenshots of it ended up in several landlord groups along with the real story. She basically blacklisted herself. Meanwhile, Devin finally came for his gaming setup. Alone, quiet, embarrassed. Devin, look man, I didn't know about all that. Me, you were there when she tried to kick me out. Devin, I thought you were both on the lease. She said she'd talk to the landlord. Me, I am a landlord. Devin, I know that now. We're done, by the way. Broke up that day. Me, smart move. He grabbed his stuff and left. Actually said sorry about everything on his way out. Last I heard through the grapevine, Natasha's living with her parents. She's telling everyone I conned her. Her parents are making her pay them rent. She had to borrow money from Camila for the security deposit on a new place, which she can't find. She's working DoorDash evenings because her marketing job doesn't cover her expenses without subsidized rent. The best. Revenge? My house is peaceful. Turned her room into a home office. Devin's gaming corner is now a reading nook. No drama, no entitlement, no one trying to kick me out of my own house. Last week, got a text from an unknown number. Hey, this is Natasha. I know things ended badly, but I'm struggling to find a place. Could you reconsider? I'll pay full rent and Devin's gone. Please. My response. Thanks for the notice that you're struggling. As previously communicated, all correspondence should go through Ridgeway Property Management, LLC. Have a nice day. Blocked. The entitlement was thinking she could treat someone's home like her personal kingdom, try to illegally evict them, cause thousands in damages, and then expect forgiveness when reality hit. She really thought I was some pushover tenant she could boss around. Finding out I owned the place didn't humble her. It enraged her. Even now, she sees herself as the victim. But here's the thing about entitled people. They always think the rules don't apply to them until consequences come knocking. And when those consequences are being served eviction papers from your own victim, that's just poetic justice. My townhouse is now a roommate-free zone. The piece is worth more than any rental income. And somewhere out there, Natasha's still telling people about the evil landlord who tricked her by living in his own house. The end.